the Cosmic Man.
Hello guys, been a long time here, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and today I'll be asking the age-old question: what is Ghostrunner? Made by One More Level, 3D Realms and Slipgate Ironworks, published by 505 Games and All In Games. Now, is Ghostrunner the ninja cyberpunk game we have been looking for, or is this game a huge letdown? Well, let's find out.
Who am I?
You're a Ghostrunner. Number 74, to be precise.
Now, the story of Ghostrunner involves GR number 74, also known as Jack, who is a Ghostrunner, a series of robotic, technologically enhanced super soldiers created by Adam, the former leader of Dharma Tower, which the game takes place in. But things do not go as planned for Jack or Adam, as Laura, the Keymaster who was working for Adam, takes over the city by force, killing Adam and destroying all the Ghostrunners and severely injuring Jack. But a group of people known as the Climbers repair Jack and finds the Architect, who is the reserved mind of Adam, and together they fight their way through Dharma Tower to get revenge on Laura and retake Dharma. Overall, the story, in my opinion, is kind of flat. There are some interesting characters, but it's not enough to push the story forward and make it any more interesting than it was when I first played it. The story is also very predictable, and you pretty much already know what's gonna happen halfway through the game. Also, the story is really short, only lasting about 5 hours. There is little to nothing really going on. Overall, an okay story that I feel like has a lot of potential and has the lure to do it better in a sequel.
We both were, you and I.
Who was she?
Was? A dear friend. A trusted partner. Brilliant scientist. Who is she now is the question you should be asking. And you wouldn't like the answer. No one among the people of Dharma Tower would.
The good news is that the gameplay carries this game a lot. I love the gameplay of Ghostrunner. It combines the movement of games like Mirror's Edge and Titanfall and the trial era of Hotline Miami and Superhot. Now, this game is fucking hard, but throughout my time, I was starting to get the hang of it most of the time, and I was able to clear rooms with little to no problem. The gameplay involves clearing out enemies in an area without getting hit, or you'll die and have to start all over again, which you'll be doing a lot of. But each time you progress, the enemies will change, and as you get better and get more abilities. Like for example, we get guys that lunge at you, turrets, shield guys that you have to hit from behind, assault rifle guys, guys with katanas, so you have to parry your strikes to get an opening to kill them, these big robots that look like ED-209 from RoboCop that shoot huge laser beams, and kamikaze guys that explode if you get too close, and many more. But there are ways to deal with these enemies. Jack can slow down time and dodge and deflect bullets in mid-air, but thankfully there are even more abilities that can help you out. First, we have Blink. This ability has Jack slice through enemies and projectiles. You can also line up enemies in a row, and you can kill multiple of them in one single slice. Next, we have Tempest. This ability has Jack force energy into his hand and then release it. It's mostly really good for reflected projectiles, but it also can kill enemies if Jack is close. Next, we have Surge, which is my favorite of all the abilities. This has Jack throwing out a projectile using his sword. It's really good for getting rid of a group of enemies and getting rid of enemies from a long distance. Finally, we have Overlord, which has Jack hack enemies to help him in battle for a couple seconds. Didn't really find much use for this ability since I didn't really find a specific situation to use it, and when I did, it didn't really help me all that much. But it was really useful to kill the kamikaze guys. There are also platforming areas that you have to jump, wall ride, dodge, and use grappling hooks to traverse the area. I really enjoyed these sections since you have these abilities that can slow down time and make you jump really high, and can hack walls to run on them. There are also these puzzle sections that, in my opinion, just took away from the action, and I feel like they could have just axed these out altogether since it wasn't really that enjoyable. There is also an upgrade system that has these Tetris-like blocks that you can place on the grid and mix and match different abilities. This was cool, but I didn't really use it most of the time since some of the upgrades are kind of worthless. Finally, for the gameplay, we have the bosses, which are kind of hit and miss. I love the boss fights in the game, but the problem is that there's only 3 bosses, and a 4th boss that really isn't a boss at all. I kind of wish there was more bosses in the game to pad out more of the game time. Overall, the gameplay for Ghostrunner is really solid, but there are some issues, but overall, the gameplay is really good for the most part.
I'll keep helping you no matter what. Whatever we have to do, we'll do. Rebuild the rebellion from the ground up if we have to.
Good.
Also, just to note, the music for this game is fucking great. There are collectibles in this game, but there really is no reason to collect them, not unless if you're just 100% type of guy. The game looks really great. Even with my mid-spec PC, the game looks really good. I don't know about consoles, but on PC, the game looks really good. So is this game worth it? Absolutely. Even with the lackluster story, the gameplay of Ghostrunner carries it through its 5-hour campaign. If they are going to make a sequel to this game, I really hope they add more to the story and really dive deep into it, since it's the weakest part of the game in my opinion. So, if you're looking for a game just to pass the time and you like a hacking and slashing through people, this is the game for you. Maybe this could be a pit stop for another cyberpunk related game in the future. Anyway, this is the Kozmic Man. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and thanks for watching. But before we wrap up, I got a few announcements. First, me and a couple of friends have started a brand new series called Terraria Tuesdays. We'll be playing through the Calamity mod for Terraria, and I'll be live streaming here on YouTube, and my other friends will be live streaming on Twitch, so I'll leave their links in the description. We've already started our first episode, so go check that out. I hope to see you guys there. I also have some other projects I'm working on to really mix up my content, so stay tuned for that. And finally, the biggest news, we have recently hit 50 subscribers, so thank you guys for all the support you guys have given me over the past week. We are legit now halfway to 100 subscribers. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Stay classy, everyone, and peace.